You're watching The Ugly Inside. Subscribe below.
Welcome to the predicted 11 for the Tottenham game on Wednesday night. In front of the TV cameras, no Boxing Day fixtures for us, but let's get straight into the team. So hopefully the boys haven't overindulged in Christmas turkey or mulled wine. Let's start in the nets. Only one man, Fraser Forster. We've seen the return of McCarthy in training, but Fraser Forster number one. Let's start with the defence then. In at right back, I think it's going to be our strongest back four. Not sure as to why Fonte didn't play last time out against Bournemouth, but he might have been rested. I'm not sure what's going on there. But look, let's talk about right back. Cedric Soares in over Martina. Martinez had a couple of good performances, but I think Cedric's got a lot more going forward. Alongside him then, the return of our captain, Jose Fonte. As I said, I'm not sure why he was dropped or didn't play against Bournemouth. Perhaps he was rested. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but hopefully we see the return of him against Spurs on Wednesday night. And alongside Fonte then, actually voted by the Sky Sports pundits in the Player of the Year so far, Virgil van Dijk. And undoubtedly he should be in that squad because he's been amazing for us this season, offering a lot of leadership qualities and also carrying the ball, being big and brave and tackling where it hurts and, just being an all-round top player. To finish off the back four then, as I said, I think it's going to be our return of our back four, our strongest team. So in a left back, Ryan Bertrand. So into midfield then, we saw a couple of changes against Bournemouth last time out. Let's start with the first central midfield player. And I think for me, this player actually had quite a sluggish first half against Bournemouth and looked off the pace, but picked it up in the second half and looked fit and sharp as always. So in the centre of midfield, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is the first midfielder. And across the midfield then in the centre of the park, we saw Harry play it against Bournemouth only because of the suspension to Romeu. And I think he will return to the starting 11 for this big game against Spurs on Wednesday night. And it's going to be interesting to see this because we're going to have the player that was in the shadow of Wanyama last season and beyond that. So hopefully Romeu steps up and bosses the midfield as he always does. And to finish off the centre of midfield, then a player that made a complete difference to the team at half-time against Bournemouth and deserves to start against Tottenham. Looks sharp, looks fit, Stephen Davis in the midfield. Into the forward line, and let's start off with our Moroccan magician, Sofiane Boufal. Looks like he's finally finding his feet in the Premier League. Bags of tricks and bags of pace, and runs out of players, so it should be interesting to watch him play against Kyle Walker, who looks a bit vulnerable sometimes in the Spurs defence. In the centre forward position, a player that looks reborn after those 2 goals against Bournemouth, and I think he should start once again against Tottenham. Jay Rodriguez hasn't been in my starting 11 for quite a long time now, but he deserves to start against Tottenham, picking up 2 great goals against Bournemouth last time out. And to finish off the starting 11 and the final position, I think it's going to be Nathan Redmond, a player that's got a lot of stick recently. He's Marmite to a lot of fans, but for me, I think Claude Puel is going to keep the faith in Redmond. He looks lively on the ball sometimes, but he needs to up his game for the final ball, delivering to the likes of Jay Rodriguez and, slipping in through the likes of Stephen Davis for this game in particular on Wednesday night. So that wraps it up, and that's my predicted starting 11 to play Tottenham on Wednesday night in front of the TV cameras. It's 3 changes from Bournemouth. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, which team and which players you want to see play against a tough Tottenham side. It's going to be hard to break them down, but as always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more.